4 years ago, the Avengers mode brought us the Marvel Mythics. True OG players will know them, but almost no one knows that they've actually returned. It was one of the greatest days in Fortnite. So today, I had an idea. I want to put together a list of the 50 days in Fortnite history that only real OGs will remember. For example, who remembers the day when Epic completely broke emotes? It was the first day of Fortnite Season 5 when they added the golf cart to the game. But for some reason, if you did an emote while you're in the golf cart, your emote would show up completely giant. Now you might remember that, but what about number 2? The day every Fortnite streamer was participating in a building competition. That's right, during one of the weeks of the Fortnite Summer Skirmish, they were actually having us compete at recreating the Eiffel Tower in Fortnite. They completely surprised us with this challenge, and there was teams of streamers racing to try to make the best one, and at the end, Epic would score which one was the best. Obviously, my team won, but do you guys think Epic should do more contests like this again? But one thing they should never do again is release an invisible skin in the item shop. Yeah, at number 3 is the day they dropped the Grill Sergeant skin in Fortnite. He was only in the item shop for a few hours before being deleted when they found out that his chest was completely invisible. But I know every OG will appreciate number 4, the day Epic added Thanos to Fortnite. This being one of the first ever collaborations set the bar so high, and over the years, Epic kept delivering. And don't worry, I'm going to talk about those Marvel Mythics returning, but we need to talk about the day that Fortnite gave the Battle Pass for free. That's right, back in Season 7, Epic was really worried about the state of the game, especially with the release of Apex Legends. They were doing things like the Share the Love event to support Fortnite creators, and then they released something called Overtime Challenges once people found out Season 7 was being delayed. And if you completed all of the Overtime Challenges, you would actually get the Season 8 Battle Pass for free. Completely free. And of course, the Battle Pass comes with V-Bucks, and you can get enough V-Bucks from the Battle Pass to buy the next Battle Pass. So I'm sure there are millions of people who got that Battle Pass for free and have been getting Battle Passes ever since. Now, if you remember that, you're definitely an OG, but do you remember the days when Epic would stream Fortnite? That's right, back in the day, Epic developers would actually hop on stream, and 1 or 2 of them would just be streaming the game. They would talk to Twitch chat, answer some questions, and get some wins, but once Fortnite got too big, they quickly realized this was probably not a good idea. But one of their best ideas was the day that Epic dropped Season 5, because on that day, we got slow motion windscreens. Now, this is something you're probably used to, or maybe you started playing after this was a thing, but this was a game changer for a lot of veterans. Getting a victory royale was a big deal, but when Epic added the slow motion effect on the victory screen, it gave it that much more impact. And every single streamer was going crazy when they got their first win with the slow-mo, and it seems simple, but every OG knows how impactful it was.
What? Dude, that's so cool.
And speaking of impactful, we have to talk about number 8. One of the most impactful clips in Fortnite history. What you're watching here is unknown Fortnite player Myth going up against one of the biggest streamers in the world, Summit 1G. He keeps on building higher until he takes out Summit.
He kept building up and building up and building up, and I couldn't catch him.
It seems like a simple fight, but this is probably one of the first recorded build fights in Fortnite, showing you that going for the high ground and using your builds could give you a huge advantage. And it was done against one of the biggest streamers in the world, completely changing Myth's career overnight. And speaking of big changes, we need to talk about the day Epic dropped their special announcement during the World Cup. They told everybody after Game 5 they were making their special announcement, so we all tuned in with excitement, and Epic announced the return of Dusty Depot. The iconic POI was finally coming back, and funny enough, at number 10, this clip happened nearby. Every single middle schooler will remember the day that Tfue fought Ninja. Ninja was the biggest streamer probably ever, and Tfue was the new kid on the block that everybody was saying was the next best guy. but they've never faced off in a 1v1 until this day. We all know how it ends. Tfue ended up getting a good snipe against Ninja, and Ninja took it like a champ.
I'm dead, yeah. Tfue, GG, man.
But this was a defining moment in Tfue's career. But so is number 12, the Calamity Incident. The day Season 6 dropped, the Battle Pass was kind of fire, but maybe a little too fire. Players figured out that the Calamity skin had jiggle physics. I don't know how this got through, but a lot of people were having a ton of fun, myself included, before this was quickly fixed and removed. But Epic did not want to fix number 13, and every OG will remember the day we saw the first real rocket ride. It went viral on Reddit, Twitter, Twitch clips. Everybody was talking about the streamer Sacriel getting this crazy clip. This clip really showed everyone that Fortnite can be fun. But Epic had to do something else. They had to show that their skins were elite. Back then, Fortnite skins were pretty simple and kind of mid. But everybody will remember number 14, the day Epic dropped the Galaxy skin. Now you might say this looks like a normal skin or just one style, but back then, this was the most revolutionary skin we have seen in Fortnite, let alone any game. Ninja had an epic reveal in a Samsung commercial, bringing the skin to life and dropping the first ever gameplay, and everybody wanted it so much that people were rushing to Samsung stores, downloading Fortnite on the Samsung phones just so they can get the skin. And now there's no way to get it, and it will forever be rare. Just like there's no way we're getting number 15, Sea Week. Listen, if you know, you know. This was a magical time on Fortnite YouTube. The YouTuber C-Day, who rarely uploads consistently, decided to upload every single day for an entire week, and he went all out with every single upload. YouTube OGs will remember that, but who remembers number 16 when Fortnite decided to host a cosplay contest? Yeah, I'm serious. Instead of doing Battle Royale during one of the rounds of the skirmishes, Epic decided to do a cosplay contest, but there was a twist. They wanted a budget cosplay of a Fortnite skin. So I thought I kind of look like the John Wick skin, and I have a suit, so why not dress up as John Wick? But Tfue really stole the show by dressing up as a default and jumping off of a bridge into a lake. But we got to talk about number 17. The day Epic added the high explosives LTM with the new guided missiles in it. The feelings I have for this are hard to explain. The guided missile launcher is one of the most beloved items Epic ever added, and I don't know if we're ever going to see it again. That mixed with the high explosives LTM made for some of the best Fortnite I've ever played. If you know, you know. Just like if you remember number 18, the best weapon that ever existed, the blue silence SMG. Why that one in particular? Well, it was actually the highest rarity for the silence SMG, and players quickly figured out that this SMG was more accurate than the SCAR, did more damage than the SCAR, had more bullets than the SCAR, and was just overall the best long range and close range gun to ever be added. I was dropping 30 bombs in solo squads with just the blue silence SMG. That's how good it was. But speaking of high kill games, we need to talk about number 19, the day of the first live event in Fortnite. But in specific, we need to talk about the world record that happened on that day. In one of the lobbies, players decided to build a bunch of ramps to watch the rocket launch, but one of the players decided to grief, and unfortunately Nick 30 was not there to ban him. He ended up breaking down all the ramps, getting over 40 eliminations, setting the world record for the most eliminations in a solo match that holds until today, and will probably never be broken. Just like we'll never see another day like number 20. More players at 1 POI than Tilted at launch. The first day of Season 2, we got Tilted Towers, a brand new POI on the map, and everyone and their mother was landing there. More than half the lobby would land there, and within a minute, half the lobby would be dead. If you dropped Tilted Towers and you made it out alive, you were walking out with 15 kills minimum, and there was only 5 or 6 other players anywhere else on the map. But what if you didn't want to get kills? Everyone remembers the day when Epic added bushes to Fortnite. It was already a big meme that players would cheese their wins by hiding in bushes and shooting the last players. So Epic decided to do a little trolling by adding a legendary bush item to Fortnite. This shocked everyone. We were used to other battle royales that weren't like this, but Epic showed us that they're down to have some fun. But also they're down to remove one of the best features in the game. Everyone remembers the day Epic tried to remove turbo build. That's right, during Season X, they completely nerfed turbo building, making it extremely slow and clunky. Players couldn't crank 90s or do waterfalls or even protect themselves from spraying. Everybody was complaining about this, and within 24 hours, Epic reverted this change. Myth was very vocal on this day.
Oh my god, dude!
But he was also part of another day, number 23. Everyone will remember the day that all the TSM boys finally moved in. Daquan and Hamlin's finally got to meet each other, Myth finally got to see all the boys, and Camille's shortly moved in right after. That group made some of the best content in early Fortnite. If you know, you know, but you have to be a real OG to remember the day that CDN III killed Ninja. Now, CDN was not a bad player, but he was definitely more of a content creator, and he challenged Ninja to a 1v1 at Dusty Depot. And Ninja at the time was literally the best. So it was very shocking when they both dropped at Dusty and this happened.
Let's go, baby! Don't you ever fuck me, boy!
This was one of the craziest moments in OG Fortnite, just like number 25, the first scrims when TSM took on FaZe. Two of the biggest esport orgs with two of the best Fortnite teams, and they were finally competing against each other. It was the first time pro players started scrimming against each other, and people were going crazy. Every matchup was being uploaded to different clip channels, but everyone was focused about the TSM versus FaZe matchup. But this next one's a little more interesting. Some OGs will remember the day that Fortnite added the Fortnite Combine. It was a competitive LTM/creative map that Fortnite made to test who were the fastest and most accurate players. You would go through the course and try to beat it as fast as possible, and there was a leaderboard that updated with the fastest scores. We need to talk about number 27, the butterfly event. It was a huge live event, and to this day, people are still wondering what touching the butterfly actually did. Honestly, I don't think Epic knows either, but it was pretty hype. And speaking of hype, we need to talk about the cookies and cream duo. It was like the Michael Jordan and LeBron James of Fortnite finally teaming up together. They were destroying lobbies, and hundreds of thousands of people tuned in to watch this live. They were definitely really good, but were they faster editors than Symphony? Because at number 29, everyone remembers the day that Symphony showed us his fastest editing speed and was crowned the fastest editor. Now, I know these days this is actually kind of slow, but back then this was fast. And back then, Fortnite players actually cared about leaderboards, kills, and wins, which is why it was such a big deal when High Distortion was racing Ninja for 100,000 eliminations in Fortnite. Both players were neck and neck, HD and Ninja streaming long hours going for this goal, but then HD really stepped up and started doing back-to-back 24-hour streams to set the record of 100,000 eliminations. And speaking of record, we got to talk about number 31, the day Nick Merckx and his squad set the squad kill record in Fortnite. Back then, kill records were such a big deal, especially because there was no AIs in the lobby and they were all real players. Setting squad records is how Nick got his start in Fortnite. But how did Brooke AB get her start? Corinna, Tfue, and Symphony were all squatted up together when Corinna decided to invite Brooke so that Symphony could have a girl to play with. Well, this led to some very cringe and awkward interactions that everybody ate up. Eventually, they started dating and would play duos together on Fortnite, and thousands of people would tune in to watch. Old players will remember, but for the new guys, this would be like Clix and Somerset at their peak, but like times 10. But was there ever a more viral moment than number 33? The first Boogie Down contest. Because when they announced the winner, everybody stormed to social media to seek justice for the orange shirt kid. Everybody thought he should have won with his dance, and eventually he did get added into the game as Orange Justice. Epic listened to the people and added Orange Justice, just like number 34, the day they added shooting test number 2 LTM, aka first shot accuracy. They added this LTM to test first shot accuracy before adding it to the real game, and a lot of people were happy about this. Gunplay got a lot better in Fortnite, and it allowed for number 35, the day Ninja clutched with the LMG in Fortnite Friday. Ninja dropped Tilted Towers when his teammate quickly got knocked and thirsted. He needed to get as many eliminations as possible, and he ended up picking up an LMG. And the rest was history.
We're down by 7 or 8. I think we just tied.
Did we tie?
I think we just tied. We were down by 7, right?
Now, only real OGs will remember number 36. Do you guys remember the streamer Little Sus? Well, if you're confused, it's because it's a character that Hamlin's made, but became extremely popular. Hamlin's would go into random duos pretending to be Little Sus, and if you haven't guessed it, he would say some very sus things.
Or what can I call you? Lil Sue or Sue?
Little sus.
Okay.
And we've had a lot of crazy events in Fortnite, but we need to talk about number 37, the day we got our first concert in Fortnite. Over 10 million people hopped on Fortnite to watch the Marshmello concert, and it was the first time we saw anything like this. Sure, the Travis Scott and Ariana Grande went above and beyond with their animations and effects, but nothing will compare to the feeling to the first ever concert in Fortnite. Just like nothing will compare to the first ever in-person tournament, the Pro-Am. It was a combination of the biggest streamers in the world with some of the biggest celebrities, athletes, movie stars, and musicians teaming up to compete against each other in Fortnite. And it was super hot that day. So if your setup was out in the sun, your hands would literally burn from touching your keyboard and mouse. And to top it all off, the poster boy of Fortnite, Ninja himself, took home first place. You couldn't have written a better script. Just like at number 39, the Fortnite servers went down for an extended period of time, and people were really trying to hop on the game, but they couldn't. When they went back up, Epic decided to give us a little gift, the Rust Bucket Backbling. It was a free backbling that they added to the item shop that was worth 0 V-Bucks, and anybody who logged in during that time could purchase it. This was honestly really sweet because Epic didn't really owe us this, but they gave it to us anyways. And another day that we won't forget at number 40 is when Muselk decided to do something other than skybasing and cover the entirety of Dusty Depot. It's not the most viewed YouTube video on his channel, but it does have 17 million views, and it got shared everywhere. It went viral on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit. Everybody remembers seeing this clip when it first dropped. Just like everyone remembers the day the Mythic Sword ruined the Winter Royale. Epic added a Mythic Sword to the game, and they kept it in for the tournament, and pro players were using this thing to destroy the entire lobby. Sam in particular had a really good run with this thing, and at the end of the day, the players who had the Mythic Swords performed the best in this tournament. Unfortunately, Daquan did not get what he deserved. He was going to be the first player ever to drop a 40 bomb in this brand new LTM when the last player accidentally RPG'd himself, and at the time, you didn't get kill credit for that. So he dropped a 39 bomb, only one short of a 40 bomb. Now that's an L, but we need to talk about one of the biggest W's. At number 43, the day Dr. Lupo did his charity stream. Now he's done a ton of these ever since, but I will never forget the first one he did with St. Jude, where me, him, Tim the Tatman, and Ninja squatted up to raise money for a great cause, and we dropped some insane matches that I will never forget. And speaking of something I'll never forget the day that Ninja got diagnosed with Ligma. Shortly after, he even accidentally went live, and it looks like the Ligma was really getting to him. Everyone felt really bad for Ninja and wished him a speedy recovery. Fortunately for Ninja, his days did get better, because at number 45, we need to talk about the day that Ninja and Drake duoed in Fortnite. It happened super late at night when Drake decided to hit up Ninja for some duos and even tweeted out Ninja's stream. Ninja ended up breaking the Twitch record for most viewers in a single stream and had one of the most epic Fortnite sessions of all time, teaming up with Juju Smith and Travis Scott. And another Fortnite session we can't forget is number 46, the day Myth and Pokimane duoed in Fortnite. Myth and Pokimane had some interesting conversations that are still referenced to this day, and as awkward as it was super hilarious and a ton of content. Speaking of Myth, we have to talk about number 47, the Ninja Vegas tournament. Ninja hosted one of the first LAN tournaments, and Myth was invited. Unfortunately, Myth did not have a good time at this tournament. He said he was going to win 2 of the 3 games, but ended up falling to his death to one of the rarest bugs in Fortnite. This was really tough for Myth, but he still had a huge impact on Fortnite. And another TSM member that left a huge impact is Dakotas. And every OG will know him for his snipes, but we also got to talk about the Snorkel Ops game. It was the skin he was known for, and a ton of people started rocking it and going for crazy snipe shots. Now for number 49, and I saved some of the best for last. The monumental day that Aiden took on Nick Mercs in Tilted Towers. It was during one of the PAX Fortnite tournaments, and controller players at this point were not even known in Fortnite. So to see two of them who were extremely talented go head to head, everybody was tuning in to watch it happen. Now, unfortunately for Nick Mercs, Aiden got the best of him, but they ended up teaming up together in the next tournament and dominated. And now for number 50. Every OG player will remember the day that Epic added the second Avengers LTM. It was a promo for Avengers Endgame, and they brought out everything. Jatari rifle and jetpack, the Mythic Iron Man gauntlets, Thor's hammer, Hawkeye's bow, and a bunch of different Avengers themed mythics and items. And we even got the return of transforming into Thanos. But all these items were locked away, and they were secretly in the game files for a long time. But just as recently as last season, you could play with them. I didn't want to talk about this when it was happening, but now that it's patched, when Epic added UEFN, there was a way to get these items into your creative maps. And 4 years later, we finally got to re-experience one of the best days of Fortnite. And I hope this video helped you relive some of those great days. And if you love Fortnite history like me, go watch this video right here.